What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Draymond Green Show YouTube channel. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you like the post that you love. But you can get everything the Draymond Green Show right on our YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe. Check that out. Thank you. Man, it's the year 2000, and you get stabbed 11 times. Number one, how do you still manage to play 82 games? It's beyond me. And I know you've talked about this story before, but like, what's something from that story that people don't know? And like I said, I also want to know, how did you manage to play 82 games?
I know, right? I don't even know how I'm alive, truthfully, when I look back at it. I think I think God, I'm a true believer in God. I think, he knows when your time is, and it wasn't my time. And I think the only thing, let me tell you something, Dre, what people don't know, but I haven't spoke on. I talked about the incident and being in the club and being stabbed by like multiple men and 3 different knives. And what people don't know, I played because I played through pain. But that was the only thing that being on the court was the only thing that gave me peace. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm traumatized. I'm in my house. I'm scared. But at the same time, I'm paranoid. I can't sleep. Like, I had to wear like a vest. And this is what people don't know. I have to wear a vest underneath my uniform. So like a lot of times if I take a charge or I go into the paint, I felt that. It wasn't all the way healed. And I had to just mentally play through that because I know I wanted to be on the court because that's the only peace I got from not thinking about what happened. For that 3 hours, that 3-4 hours, that gave me peace. And, when you go through a whole day, when you can't sleep at night and you sitting around, not leaving the house, not going nowhere, wondering if it's really somebody out here trying to kill you, that's not a good mental to be in, So, but for that 3-4 hours I'm in the gym, I'm going to be on the court. So I disobeyed doctor's orders. I practiced before I was supposed to practice. I wore this like damn near bulletproof vest or whatever kind of vest they got for me. And I just played through it until I healed. And I really didn't heal until after the season.
That's crazy, man. And how did you manage to stay in Boston another 10 years after that? Like how long did it take you to start leaving again, to go out again, to live a normal life again in the city where you just got stabbed up by 3-4 dudes?
Yeah.
Like how were you able to get back to some sense of normalcy in that city?
It took a while, but I surrounded myself with some family and friends because immediately I moved out. 2 of my cousins who are the same age as me, 2 of my best friends who I grew up with, and I moved into Boston with me. So I had family around me at all times. People watching out for me. I kept it family and I kept it close. But it took some years, man. It took some years. Even going to the restaurant, dude, I had security. I'm over here like seeing who know my car. I got them standing outside, went inside. And it took some years for me to really start getting back to normal because it got to the point I get real anxious when I got in the crowd. I couldn't do the season tickets holder stuff with the crowd of people, appearances I wasn't doing. So, but the thing that helped me the most was when I started talking about it to other people, because I held it in for a few years, but then I started talking to more people about it, and it helped me get comfortable with like just letting it free, letting it out, loosening up. And that's the biggest thing that helped me because at first I had a psychiatrist or psychologist, whoever you talk to after, and I had 2 sessions with him, and I was like, man, I don't want to talk about this no more. And from that point in, I held it in. But I think talking to people and surrounding myself with love really helped me get through those times. And, I appreciate the people who I was close to and the people I was able to talk to about it. And, it was difficult. And I used the game of basketball to rededicate myself. And I think, for me to take that next step to where I got to, something like that maybe had to happen. Maybe God was sending a message to where like, look, you need to refocus, get back in the gym. And I really think from that point on, it elevated my game from that point on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, some traumatic like that, it does one or two things to people. It's seen you this way
Yeah,
or it's seen you
absolutely.
that way. And it's very,
Absolutely.
like, you're very sure which way that guy went. Like,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
it's
it could go
drastic
either
difference.
way. Hell yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
could go either way, man. But I was raised by a strong mom. Taught me always to just be strong, and you're gonna get through whatever situation you're gonna get through. And so that's just the cloth I was built on, and that's why I was able to get through it.
Get in on the action with the Draftking Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of the NBA. New customers who deposit $5 or more can get a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 back in bonus bets. How cool of a deal is that? All you have to do is download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now. It takes 90 seconds and use the code Colin. COLIN. This is the best deal you're going to find. New customers, it's a no-sweat bet up to $1,000 if your first bet loses. How cool is that? Only at DraftKings Sportsbook. Code is Colin. The crown is yours.
No doubt, man. And switching gears a little bit, not really, but in the same light of you playing 82 games that year, you played 80-plus games 7 times in your career.
Mhm.
What is your perspective on this current debate? Load management, guys resting, the 65-game award. You know, you got to play 65
Yeah.
games in order to be all NBA, MVP, all those things. What's your, like, how do you view that as someone who played 80-plus games 7 times?
I mean, I really don't see the science at the load management because it don't prevent injuries. I play 80 plus games. I played 17 plus seasons without any major injuries. I was lucky. But it's no science to, like, if you rest, you're going to be less likely to get injured. And so I just say this: if you love the game, ain't nobody telling me I can't play tonight. That's just me. And I see that with just only certain people in the league, you know. And then I never seen Bron. Bron don't sit down. Like, I done seen Bron come into the garden. I'm talking about he rolled his ankle like this, and I'm looking like, oh yeah, he for sure done for the night. 2 minutes later, he come back out there, catch a lob, and I'm like, damn, that's crazy. Like, like today, kids roll their ankle. I get it, sit out, or I play with a dislocated thumb, but it's just different now. I don't know what it is. I think it has a lot to do with the people around in the organization, the medical staff or these doctors here. They convince us, like, no, this is the right thing to do. And we created more jobs for these people to come into the NBA. And so they got a job to do. And when you got all this big medical team, the medical team wasn't like that when I was in the league, Dre. Now you got more physical therapists in the back room where it was only like 1 or 2. You got a one that can treat every player. And then you got ones that's like, look, no long run, not only this year, but your career, but no science is proving that you're not going to get hurt ever when we do this. So I'm not with it, but it's the way of the NBA. And I like the 65-game rule, actually, because if a guy plays 60 games, how is he better than this guy who played 72 games and his team is doing well? Give it to the guy who's been out there the whole time, these awards. And so I just think that's the way it should be, man. Hold these players accountable. Yeah, if you pressing yourself to play 65 and you got an injury, that's on you. Don't be pressed to make all NBA. Don't be pressed to do all this stuff. Get yourself right first. And then play. If guys is playing hurt, that's on them.